Hello my gorgeous Leo. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you my precious Leo, and it's for January 2019. So it's for you my gorgeous Leo, and it's for January 2019. Wow, what a crazy beginning this is going to be for you, especially for you Leos. Oh my goodness. It is going to be the time of reflection, which is going to help you to look at the things from a different perspective. On another hand, that is going to become a whole new beginning for you, and it is going to become probably the most significant month in 2019. The reason why January is going to be the most significant month because it is going to be a rather fertile time, which means that karmically it's going to be really powerful, and also there are going to be lots of things happening, and also a few rewards that are going to be absolutely relevant to your current situation. And also it is going to be the time of an unfoldment, and it's not only what you wanted to do in a while, it's not only what you wanted to focus on in the last couple of years, but this is going a long way. Karmically this is going to be very significant time, because this is now going to become a very significant part of your spiritual journey from 2019. And the thing is that whatever you do now, it is going to become absolutely powerful and very significant later on. With other words, whatever you plant now, whatever you start, whatever you begin, it is just going, whichever seed you plant, it is just going to become like a massive, beautiful, amazing oak tree later on in the year, and it is going to grow really fast indeed. This is a very powerful time, because this is going to be the time when you're going to also have a challenge this month, an important challenge, and that challenge is just going to bring you so many answers to what you were wondering, especially when it comes to the certain person in your life. When it comes to the actual number, I mean, come on, you've got a number one. I mean, what can I say? Number one, it's all about the new beginning. Number one, it's all about having all that energy back. Number one, it's all about having that vavavoo bam back. Number one, it's all about rediscovering yourself by having a reflection on your past also, which is going to be really important, because it is going to bring you a really powerful insight. And also there is a really good idea that you are going to have, and the idea to learn is going to be very strong and very significant at around this time, and I think this is absolutely brilliant. This is going to be the beginning of your own personal wheel of fortune indeed. This year is going to be very powerful and very significant, and having number one here, this is just going to be absolutely brilliant. There are going to be certain options that are going to be available to you as well, certain options that are not even going to seem so significant at the time, but then as the time goes by, and by the time we get to the actual end of January 2019, this is all going to make sense. This is absolutely all going to make sense. And number one, as I said, is just going to be the need for the new direction. But when it comes to especially learning, you will want to focus on learning, whether this is going to be some kind of hobby, or whether this is going to be some kind of learning when it comes to your business and things like that. It all depends, but it's going to be rather significant. Number one also means, and lastly, number one also means that you're going to have a wonderful confidence. Now Leos, you're fantastic signs. You normally have a confidence anyway. You're very powerful indeed, little lions. But now this confidence is going to be like a sacred confidence, very special confidence that you're going to have throughout January. So any time for negotiation that you would like to have or anything like that, actually the whole January is going to be absolutely perfect. If you want to start something big or buy something big or do a really big movement, January, throughout January, this is going to be all good. And the reason why I say throughout January this is going to be good, because as I said before, as I mentioned, it's like you're planting a seed that is going to grow really extremely fast into the most beautiful and powerful oak tree, very strong, and no storm will take it down. And that's why I'm saying this is so important. Now, when it comes to the actual health, I think you are again going to be very sensitive when it comes to your bones. Again, sorry Leos, I'm keep on saying this, but this seems to be your sensitive area. So it's like anything to do with your skeleton, anything to do with your bones, like for example, like your lower back. Again, I can see like a little bit of problems, like a type of like you know, like maybe the way you're standing, you're gonna have to make sure that you're standing correctly. A bit of a sciatica. I can again see like a little bit of negative energy when it comes to sciatica and things like that. And that was the case with you before, because I remember, my gorgeous Leos. And also on another hand, what else I see, it's that basically circulation. Now circulation, it is going to be something that you're going to have to pay attention to this month. Please Leos, I've recommended this to quite a few signs because I think it's really important to have a flaxseed oil. Please go for flaxseed oil. Take flaxseed oil. You need to buy flaxseed oil. Please do so indeed, because flaxseed oil is going to give you essential fatty acids, and also it is absolutely essential for us to have this. And some people don't realize this, how this is important. But why am I saying to get flaxseed oil? Because it's brilliant for your circulation indeed, and this is something that will help you with your bones, joint pain and things like that if you've got one, and also in general with circulation. Okay, so now my beautiful Leos, going on the first day, and the first day that I have for you is actually going to be on the 3rd of January. Now the 3rd of January is going to be like now this is going to be the day when you're just going to have some kind of new learning experience in your mind, like some kind of new learning direction. And this is just going to be this is going to make you realize that you may want like to have like a little bit of advice from someone, and you're just going to need to like have a little chat with somebody who's very close to you, when you're gonna see what they think, and you can level this up with what you're thinking and things like that. Sometimes it's really great to actually have some kind of a different opinion of what we do, what we go through, and then we can kind of see where we are standing and compare it to what other people would do and things like that. It's really important. But sometimes you say we should just really use our own intuition, because our own intuition is also very powerful, but it's nice to compare. And this is what I see that you're going to actually be doing on the 3rd of January 2019. And there is going to be a really beautiful deep concentration and application and study, and it is just going to be a very powerful time for reflection and respect for knowledge, okay? Desire to learn new things. But this is so important when we have desire to learn new things. You know, this is our subconscious mind is trying to let us know that there are new directions in our life that are going to be revealed, that are going to be connected to this direction. Or our guardian angels, our spirit guides are guiding us and trying to let us know indeed. And this is why I think it's so important, because the whole new determination is going to come through here, and something is going to change, but in a good way, if that makes sense, because something is going to become attractive to you that hasn't been attractive to you before. And I like that, because this is all the part of like the big learning experience, big learning process, should I say. Okay, so now also and at the 3rd of January, it is just going to bring a really special person into your life. Somebody rather special is just going to come through. Somebody's rather special is going to come forward, and somebody who's going to become quite significant later on. Okay, so now the second day that I was going to actually mention to you, my gorgeous babies, it's actually going to be on the 17th of January. Now the 17th of January is just going to be oh dear. Okay, 17th of January is just going to be like you're going to feel like a little bit disgusted about somebody. No, you're going to feel like a little bit disgusted about somebody. I'm sorry, but it is just something was going on for a while. The certain situation like kind of stretched for a while, for slightly longer than it would normally stretch. And I can see that you're just going to feel like a little bit disgusted by somebody, and you're just disappointed about somebody, and it's just going to give you a little bit of an unhappiness, because it is just not going to be the way you thought that it's going to be. But then again, it is just going to be slightly a little bit of a bitter experience that you are going to have, which is just going to kind of reflect on you like a stationary period, a little mini stationary period in your life, which is just going to give you a chance to look at the things from a slightly different direction. But then on another hand, that in itself, it is just going to bring you, as I said, a wonderful reflection, and that in itself is going to make you realize something really powerful about trust and about honor, honor and about love and about beauty and things like that. Okay, so basically, and also this is going to be just a little tiny temporary period which will of course pass, and also it is just on another hand, this is just going to bring a really wonderful wave of people into your life, wonderful wave of relationships into your life, wonderful wave of people whom you really have so much in common, and wonderful wave of people who are going to have a wonderful effect on you, which are going to, on another hand, is going to have a really brilliant effect on your personal balance. So this is like just something, a bit of a yin-yang situation that we have here. It's just a little bit like a strange situation that is just going to have a really nice turnaround at the end, and it's just going to work in your favor, and it's going to work rather good, because you are going to end up being surrounded by the people who mean to you a lot. And at the end of the day, this is just going to have a rather healing effect on us, and the conclusion of the big problem is actually going to come to an end. Conclusion of the big problem. Yeah, there is going to be a conclusion to a big problem. So the huge, massive problem is coming to an end by the end of the day on the 17th of January. But this is really, really good, because there is some kind of idea that you're going to have here. Idea that is going to stem from the fact that you want to reward yourself. Okay, so now the third important date, it's actually going to be on the excuse me. The third important day is going to be on the 27th of January. Now, the 27th of January is just going to be basically like, this is just going to be a news that you are going to have. The news that you are going to have, and that news that you are going to have, it's going to require from you to make necessary changes and necessary amendments in your life, which is really, really good, because it's going to make you instantly feel really good, instantly really challenging for your situation. Do not be paranoid, do not be scared or whatever you start doing in January, you're gonna do really, really well. As I said, that January is a really ridiculously spiritual month, and lots of people don't understand that there's a very strong connection from the spirit guides that we have, and from our angels that we have in January, because it's the beginning of our year, the beginning of the new year, which means that there are lots of spirits from our past relatives that have passed away are gonna try to come through and contact us, and that's why this month is going to be so important. The beginning of the whole new adventure, it's going to happen on the 27th of January, the beginning of the whole new adventure, and I really like it because you're going to feel very, very enthusiastic. A certain change that is just going to make you feel really, really good about yourself, and it's just going to make you feel almost obsessed about a certain stage and certain part of your life. But this is going to be really cool obsession. This is going to be really great obsession indeed, because it's all about you realizing just it's time to wake up, smell the coffee, okay, and realize that there are unlimited possibilities, where you are, what you do, and how your life is. You literally have got unlimited possibilities, and actually to come a grip with this, to realize this energy, to actually realize all this is just going to be absolutely amazing for you. I highly recommend to get something like a moldavite. You see this beautiful moldavite. It's probably one of the most powerful crystals, not probably, but it is the most powerful, one of the most powerful crystals indeed. It looks slightly different to the rest of the crystals, but then they all do. This comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below. And why I highly recommend to wear moldavite throughout January, it's because you will be making very important decisions, and you will be going through the certain changes, in your life that are going to kind of surprise you every now and then, and you are going to react without thinking, but your reactions are going to be really, really good. But on another hand, because there are going to be good changes when it comes to the financial situation, you're going to feel very, very spiritual. You're going to be very spiritual. On one hand, that's really great. You're going to be open to the spirituality and to receive your own messages. But on another hand, you are open to lots of other entities that you don't maybe want in your life. And this is why moldavite is brilliant, where it helps you to center yourself, it helps you to ground yourself, it helps you to protect yourself, but also at the same time it enhances your third psychic eye, and also it's very good to attract the financial situation and to stay on top of everything. So this is why I highly recommend moldavite. If you would like to buy it, the link is in the description below on my website, of course. Now also, what else I was going to say, that there is going to be on the 27th on January also, there is going to be the situation where you're going to come on top. really come on top, because you will realize that there is going to be the situation that it's based on most of the people underestimate, like the situation that is underestimated by most of the people when it comes to you. So you will be able to prove yourself. There's going to be the sign of the fact that you're actually going to prove yourself indeed, really nicely, beautifully and powerfully. Okay, so now the first part of January is just going to start with you like roaring, starting with you like being like the king and the queen of the jungle indeed, because there is some kind of a little bastard here. Little bastard. There's some kind of little bastard here. So somebody is very passionate, but passionate in the wrong way. Someone is really passionate, but passionate in a bad way. Well, with another word, somebody who was trying to have a control over you, somebody who's very controlling. This person I do not like whatsoever, because this person has got an effect and impact on you that it's really bad, and it's preventing you from being happy. And I don't know whether you realize this or not, whether you understand this or not, but you need to kind of sort things out, because you can be really free, but there is a one person that's preventing you from being free, and this is the person that is like having a control over you. And that's the person that is going to be on your mind quite a lot throughout January 2019, but especially this is the way the first part of January is going to start. Remember, it's a sacred month, and if there is a problem with somebody, you need to pay attention to. If there is a problem with anyone, you need to pay attention to. Okay, this is very, very important, because your intuition is going to be like all around the place. Okay, and also that person, it basically is just preventing you from being free and from being a free spirit. And that person is also the beginning of January. It's going to start like by you reevaluating the whole situation. What should you kind of do? And also that is going to make you a little bit indecisive. And you know, if the answer, if the question is yes or no, the answer is always going to be yes when it comes to this particular situation. If you're wondering yes or no, I can see that there is a new spiritual journey coming to one spiritual journey is coming to an end, and a new spiritual journey is beginning right here, because there is some kind of realization that you will have, but you will do the certain edit when it comes to the certain person in your life. And this is really good, because the big problem also with that is going to come to an end, and the whole new beginning is going to start here. This is the time of completion. Okay, this is a very important completion. Also, what else is going to happen in the first part of January is that you're going to be thinking about traveling quite a lot, actually. Traveling. And now there are lots of other people. There are other people may be involved, like other people that are going to be involved in this type of thing, like some kind of team or teamwork as well, that is going to be rather significant in the first part of January. So whatever you do with other people, whatever you make with other people, whatever you start with other people, it's going to do really great. You're going to do really well, because the teamwork, as a teamwork, this is going to be very strong time indeed. But however, there is going to be some kind of traveling. You will be talking about traveling. You will be drawn to travel, whether you will want to go somewhere on the sea, by the beach, sit and get some sunshine, or whether you will want to go to somewhere like in beautiful middle of the forest, full of like snow and little fireplace, little log cabin. Oh, how nice. Okay, so or you're gonna have that, you see. So basically this is where you're gonna be drawn to travel, and this is gonna be a great time for you to reward yourself indeed. Hey, recognition, which means the business is going to be great. Right at the beginning of first part of January, the realization that there is a really powerful recognition when it comes to work, finances, stuff, financial situation is going to start improving really great. But when it comes to business and things like that, this is going to be great as well. And also personally, what you were working on, if you're retired and if you're not working, there is something personal that you have been working on, you have been focusing on, and now there is a time of recognition, and your own security and power is going to come through. You're going to end up with a feeling even more security, even more secure and powerful, and this is really, really great indeed. Now, the second date that I need to pay attention, the second date, There we go. I'm breaking the candles, chucking the candles. Sasha, had enough. No. The mid part of January 2019, it's basically all about a balance. It's all about the balance because there is a new option going to become available for you. There are two things that you're going to be focusing on, and these two things that you're going to be focusing on, they are just going to kind of be so much connected to your home, so much connected to your family, so much connected to your house and things like that. You will want to kind of change something a little bit, and also that is just going to put you in a position when you're not going to be sure what to do, because you're going to feel like you need to change something also. But it's not also when it comes to your home changes and things like that. When it comes to your life, you're just going to you will want a little bit more out of life, and there are certain things that are going to happen here that are going to make you feel really boring. Not boring, but bored. You're not going to see the sense like to carry on in a certain way with certain lifestyle, because it's making you feel boring, and it's bored. It's making you feel bored, and this is simply because a certain stage is again coming to an end. But this is really important, and this doesn't surprise me, because as I said, January is so important. So there are going to be lots of changes and lots of different things that you're going to feel drawn to, that are going to surprise you, but are going to make sense. There are lots of things that you will want to stop, that you don't want to carry on doing anymore, that may not be so good to you, like your health and things like that. There is going to be a mini hermit mode that you are going to have, and this mini hermit mode that you are going to have is just going to be only because someone is just kind of going to have an effect on you that is going to hurt you a little bit, the way they're going to speak, the way you're going to talk, and this is going to be a certain person that means to you a lot, but it is just going to kind of hurt you a little bit, because it's just it's going to make you feel emotional. You're not going to be emotional maybe straight away in front of them, but there is this certain emotional situation that you will go through, because somebody is just going to tell you something, and that is just going to hurt you a little tiny bit, but then it's going to make you a little bit sad. It's just going to help you to kind of understand yourself through this hermit mode that I mentioned. So the hermit mode is not going to last long, and the hermit mode is really brilliant because it's going to help you to reconnect with your spirit guides and look at the situation from a slightly different angle. On another hand, there is going to be the certain ending and a new beginning here as well when it comes to the certain relationship, but this is going to be really great. This is going to be really good because I can see you actually happy, being really happy. So that doesn't have to be necessarily something bad, doesn't have to be necessarily something negative, but there is going to be the end of relationship that is going to happen, and this is going to be really good end of relationship. It doesn't have to be love relationship, it really depends, you see, but this is going to be quite good because there is this ending. It's going to be something that is going to make you feel rather passionate, about life and about yourself, about a new stage in your life, than being really sad. So you're going to be happy about this ending, and the new passion is going to be born here. You're dancing like that. Yay! So it's great, actually. Now, the third part of January, it's actually going to bring you a really important choice. Now, a really important choice that you are going to have is just going to be like a lot to do with love. Okay, so basically, for those of you that are single, now the third part of January is going to bring you like some kind of love choice, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit later, just in a second. Okay, and the second thing is that there is an authority that is going to be quite important. Now, a certain authoritative person, or a certain person of an authority to you, somebody, it depends on your lifestyle. It depends. If you're retired, then it's just going to be somebody of an authority, maybe somebody who you speak to, somebody who's quite important, or there is somebody important that you're going to need to talk to, or you are already speaking to somebody important. It just all depends. If you're at work, then it's going to be some kind of boss or manager. It all depends, but this is a good person of an authority. This is a good situation. This is a rather nice situation indeed, because an authoritative person is going to come through, it's going to come forward, and that person is just going to tell you something really good. It's going to give you some really nice choice, which means that you're going to end up more than you actually have. If it's to do with work, this is so much to do with a new offer, apprenticeships, different things, different directions. This is mind-blowing because this is exactly what you wanted. This is exactly what you needed. If you're at a college, at university, there is also going to be some kind of new options and new directions that are going to be available to you, but also an authoritative person is just going to be very happy with a certain progress. Okay, so basically what else I was going to say is just, especially when it comes to the actual those of you that are working, you see, it's an apprenticeship, and also financial situation. The finances probably will be starting to look really great at the end of January as well, but there is going to be a little bit of something is not going to be exactly go towards the direction that you wanted to go when it comes to like things that you do, like things that you were focusing on. It's going to be a realization that about a wishful thinking a little bit, but that's really good in a way because you will be able on another hand to release yourself. And this is another hand what I was going to recommend you. Look at this amethyst, look how gorgeous this is. I'm wearing one, absolutely beautiful. Look at this beauty. I don't know how can you see it the best. You see, it comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below. And I highly recommend you to wear amethyst. It's going to be very significant for you through January and February because of this strong connection with the spirit guides, with the spirit world, and with the angels. And I already said lots of people don't realize how powerful January is, and we receive all sorts of little messages. But on the other hand, as I said, we kind of become a little bit like a sensitive at the same time, and sometimes we can receive we can have a lots of different messages, you know, and then we may not even kind of be able to realize which are the real messages, which are the important messages. It all depends. And it also, by wearing amethyst while we are sleeping, it helps us to remember our dreams, and it helps us to remember our astral projections. You see, it helps us to remember things that are so important, because most of us actually are having astral projections like every single night, but we just don't remember because this is the way it is. We remember only sometimes when we are maybe meant to remember. But like this, you see, by wearing amethyst is going to help you to remember your wonderful dreams. Apart from enhancing your third psychic eye, it's going to help you to protect you, and it's going to help you to remember things and remember your dreams in particular. So this is something that I highly recommend to wear an amethyst. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, indeed. Okay, and what else I was going to say, that there is going to be an indecisive situation also that is going to happen at the end of January 2019, and that indecisive situation is at the same time going to be really challenging, and it's just going to test your own stamina, and it's going to test your own power, and there's going to be a really nice realization that you're going to have out of it, and it's just going to concern a very important person in your life. Also, when it comes to the certain family member that means to you so much, an immediate family member, it's again going to do something that is going to surprise you, but surprise you in a really good way. So you will see the progress where you wanted to see the progress, and it's especially concerning the certain family member that means to you a lot. Perhaps the male family member, that is a very strong energy here, but it could be female, you know, but it's a very strong energy here. Maybe it's just a really strong, powerful character, you see. And I'm not saying that the female energy is not powerful, but I'm just saying the way I could feel it as in male and in female energy as well. But however, it is going to be a really great news for you, because it is just going to kind of, the certain things that didn't make sense about that person, they're going to make sense now, which I think it's absolutely great. Okay, so now my beautiful babies, okay, let me just gather my tarot cards. Okay, here we go. So now my gorgeous Leos, okay, I am now Leos, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and this is going to be for those of you that are in relationship for January 2019. For Leos that are in relationship for January 2019. Oh, this is the problem here. This is the problem that I'm seeing. You see, this is the problem with Leos in relationship, right? Like this, yeah. You are going to have really strange month for those of you that are in relationship, because there is some issue going to come through, and the problem is going to come to surface, okay, and these problems are going to be quite deep. I'm just going to be completely honest with you, and these problems are going to be quite deep, these problems are going to be quite intensive, and these problems are going to be on emotional level, but they're going to be caused by other things as well, and that in itself is just going to reflect on both of you in a very different ways, which on another hand is going to make you both clash, and they are going to be the situations where probably it will be the best to just kind of like just keep on focusing on like different things, on your own things, and sometimes that's just the best while that dark cloud is still above you. It is not going to be there for all the time, but the January is just going to be quite significant, because this is why, because this problem that hasn't been sorted out, the problem that you need to work on, the issue that you need to work on, is going to keep on coming back until you sit down and sort it out properly. Okay, so there is an issue, an ongoing issue that you didn't sort it out, and now it's just going to simply want to be back. The problem in itself, because it's a very strong energy, a very heavy energy that you both simply cannot move on from until you sit down and talk. You thought maybe that it's just the best to ignore. You're both trying to just ignore the certain issues, but then you can't. You're going to need to sit down and talk, and you will see exactly what I mean. They may not even seem that significant now, but then, you know, different stage of our life, we just have a reflection on different problems in a different way, and everything happens at the right time. The way we have a reflection with a certain issues, you know, are not going to make us feel exactly the same every single time. It's going to make us feel different, and this is what the new energy is going to bring. So the new issue, new problem, and this is going to be important talk, important realization, important start and important ending. You know, this is going to be very, very significant for those of you that are very unhappy maybe, or for those of you that are really, really happy as well. You know, it really depends, because it's going to be an important conversation that you're going to have, and that is at the end going to be really good for both of you, because at the end of the day you're both going to have a control over a situation, strength and courage, and it's going to be really good for both of you. So an important conversation that you are going to have, it's going to reflect on the situation that happened a while back, that you just were meant to discuss, but it is just going to be the time of discussion in January. Okay, so now, and it's really important to discuss problems and things like that, otherwise the relationship can't work. You see, it's important to talk. This is what's going to be the theme of the relationships for Leos this month. Now, for Leos that are single, now this is for Leos that are single, and it's for January 2019. I already told you what is going to happen. Leos that are single, because I told you the last week of January is going to be rather sexy when it comes to meeting someone new. There we go. Okay, Leos, you see now, this is going to be so good for you. It is just like, you know, it's not even going to feel like that this month, okay? This month you will be really focusing a lot on work. You're going to be focusing a lot on your career. If you're working, like, you're going to be focusing on your life in general. You're going to be focusing on your home. You're going to be focusing on the way you feel, the way you look, and you're also going to be focusing on the fact that you want to like kind of reward yourself by going somewhere, what I mentioned before. But above all that, you see, you are also going to meet somebody at around the end of the month to January 2019. There is some kind of really wonderful love choice going to come through, wonderful love choice going to come forward. This person is going to be some kind of like an important person with something, a powerful person with something, and especially when it comes to like some kind of authority, especially when it comes to some kind of authoritative energy and things like that. This person is really significant, very powerful in many different ways. Lots of people look at this person like, oh la la, look at hello. You know, but it's the powerful combination, and it's perfect combination with spiritual energy and the successful energy. So there is someone that is going to come through, going to come forward when you least expect it. There is some kind of a trip and journey also going to be kind of happening at around the same time, whether you're going to be thinking about it, where you're going to be going on, whether you're going to coming from, or whether you're just going to have a little short trip journey. It doesn't matter. Some kind of a trip or journey are going to be significant at the same time. I'm telling you, there's going to be a new love choice that you're going to have, and this love choice that you're going to have, it's just going to be really, really good for you. And also, this is, I'm not even joking here, this is just going to be something really dramatic. You're going to meet someone who's just going to be completely different, honestly. And this person is also, this is going to be the start of a new relationship that will have a dramatic effect on your life indeed. And it's not only going to have a dramatic effect on your life, but it's just going to have a dramatic effect, like really great effect on you. When I say dramatic, I mean really good effect on you and the people around you and the people in your life. And this is exactly what you want, and this is exactly what you need. There were lots of you that were trying to find someone. Lots of you were kind of ending up with the wrong people. And this is because you were waiting for 2019, literally, to actually find somebody who's going to be able to understand you in a way that is going to blow you away, my babies, okay? You have no idea, you know. Do not block yourself from like letting somebody into your life, because there is always someone for every single one of us out there, you see. And don't block yourselves by thinking, oh, you don't look fine, or there's something wrong, or this or that. Don't focus on the negative things about yourself. Focus on the good things about yourselves. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And if we think about negative things about ourselves, then we're just going to be like bursting with this negativity. And if you think about sexy things about yourselves, you know, everybody has got something sexy about them. And if you think about sexy things about yourself and enjoy it, love it, live it, make it, you know, then everybody else is going to feel this. So this is exactly what is going to happen. So Leos, my babies, you're going to meet someone very, very important this month. Wow, what a beginning of the year. What can I say? My beautiful Leos, let me just tell you, I wish you a happy holidays. I wish you all the best. Happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays. And I also wish you a happy new year, 2019. I wish you all the best. I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light. Mwah. Okay, my gorgeous Leos, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.